G'day from the Bureau with your national weather forecast around the country for Saturday, the 11th of July, and I might even give you a sneak peek of Sunday as well. And that high pressure system that's been dominating the weather much of this week with those cold and frosty mornings has now moved down to the Tasman Sea. And that's going to open the door for this cold front to move into South Australia in the morning and then New South Wales, Victoria and Tasmania during the afternoon and evening, bringing a band of rain, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, widespread strong and gusty winds and much colder conditions as well behind it. And good news for snow lovers, we're likely to see snow developing through our alpine areas of Tasmania and Victoria and New South Wales with this front on Saturday night as well. Elsewhere though, high pressure will be ridging across much of Western and Central Australia, keeping conditions fine there. And we could see showers and maybe a rumble of thunder through southern inland Queensland and northern New South Wales as well. But let's have a look at all of this in more detail state by state for Saturday. Firstly, in Queensland, where we're likely to see the only weather maker just being this trough of low pressure, bringing those showers and isolated thunderstorms through southern inland areas. And those coastal showers should mostly clear most of the coast as well on Saturday, leading to a mostly sunny day, and the rest of the state staying dry and sunny. Temperatures in the low 20s through southern parts of the state, mid 20s for central areas, and high 20s to low 30s through northern parts of Queensland. Southeast Queensland looking like a nice day to get out and about, although a couple of showers west of the ranges if you are heading that way. Brisbane though, 21 degrees and partly cloudy with lots of sunshine. Now moving down into New South Wales, we could see morning coastal showers if you're heading out and about really early, but they should all clear offshore during the late morning and afternoon. But we will see showers and some isolated thunderstorms developing through northern areas before this cold front moves into the southwest during the afternoon and sweeps across southern inland parts of New South Wales as we go into Saturday night, and that'll impact eastern areas Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. Temperatures are pretty cool to mild depending on where you are, generally mid to high teens across much of the state, although a little bit cooler in the far south and southeast. Sydney looking at a partly cloudy day and 19 degrees with a fair bit of sunshine, so it should be a nice day to get out and about. Canberra though, another cold frosty morning as what we've seen all week, but this should be the last one for a while, and then a wintry 13 degrees before that cloud increases, those winds really pick up in the afternoon, and then we'll start to see showers and rain at night. Moving down into Victoria, and after what's been a very cold and foggy and frosty week, we're going to see very gusty winds develop, and all eyes are on this cold front moving across the west during the morning into the afternoon, central areas into the evening, and eastern areas overnight. And that's going to bring widespread strong and gusty winds statewide, and then we're also going to see this band of rain, generally 5 to 15 millimetres with it, 5 in the north, 15 in the south, as it moves through, and a wet and windy night for many areas as well as it moves through. Melbourne looking at 15 degrees with generally dry during the day and into the afternoon, and then we'll see those winds pick up in the afternoon, and then that rain will develop late afternoon and evening. A wet and windy night in Melbourne on Saturday night, and also snow developing up around our elevated areas Saturday night as well. Moving down into Tasmania, temperatures in the low to mid-teens to start off with and fairly dry. Cloud will increase and showers will pick up across the north and west, and then we'll see that band move across into the evening and overnight hours right across much of the state, but eastern areas should stay dry until around the early hours of Sunday morning. Hobart looking at 14 degrees with a few showers. Moving up into South Australia, and they're going to see this cold front through southern areas into the early morning hours and sweep across in the morning and then clear out of the state by the Saturday evening. Temperatures are low to mid-teens through the south, but ahead of that trough and front, getting up to around 20 degrees in northern areas. It'll stay dry in the north, but showery, wet and windy across the south. Generally 5 to 10 for those southern agricultural areas, and probably less as you move further inland. Adelaide looking at a wintry, windy 14 degrees, wet in the morning, easing in the afternoon. Moving into WA, pretty dry for much of the state. We'll also see a few coastal showers though through the southern parts as that front kind of moves away. Temperatures generally in the high teens across much of southern areas, getting into the high 20s across northern areas as well. Perth looking at partly cloudy, 18 degrees with lots of sunshine. And finally, moving across to our tropical north, we're going to see temperatures generally in the low 20s through southern parts, mid 20s through central parts, and low low 30s through northern parts, as you'd expect for this time of year, and also in the Kimberley as well. Sunshine right across the region, just a chance of a shower for the northeast top end, and also over here in parts of Cape York. Otherwise, another classic dry season day across the north. Darwin, a beautiful sunny 33 degrees. Now, as I said, sneak peek of Sunday, similar conditions around the place. 23 degrees and partly cloudy in Brisbane, a cooler and windy 17 in Sydney, but that wind will feel like even colder than that. A wintry 9 degrees with showers and gusty winds in Canberra. A wintry 11 degrees with showers, possible hail and thunder and snow in the mountains in Hobart. 14 degrees, showery and windy in Melbourne as well, with snow through alpine areas. 15 degrees, showers and windy, you guessed it, in Adelaide as well on Sunday. But further west, finally clearing up, 18 degrees and partly cloudy in Perth, and 32 degrees and sunny in Darwin. So with a bit of weather impacting southeastern parts of the country this week, or this weekend I should say, remember to get the latest forecasts and warnings for your area via our website and app. And I'll be back again on Monday with your national forecast.